Hi everybody, this is Jen, and number 10 for things we'd like to see improved in Season 3 Win, John, lose. We want to see Win and John lose at some point because at this point in Season 2, we've become exhausted by how overly convenient plot devices they've become.
Ex Machina!
Like, Win saves the overall day too many times. Brain Martian phases into a scene and saves Kara too many times. We would like to see these characters not be used as a plot device to just kind of put a band-aid on the episode and make sure, like a bow on the episode and make sure everything wraps up nicely. Yeah, so that's my major, that is my number one, that's just driving me crazy.
Well, that's a good number 10 because, like, yeah, it's just like, come on, guys. In so many episodes, we see either John gives a clue or just shows up and becomes Supergirl for a hot minute. Like, what would happen if Win and John weren't in the picture? Alex is a scientist. She's super smart. Do we figure out what, Mon-El's doing? Like, does he have a place? Like, can he fill in the space? Can Jimmy fill in the space? So what would happen if those two people who always seem to be planning trackers and everything like that, when the DEO actually has to do something, what would that be like?
Right.
Without those two.
Yes, it's becoming way too hard to swallow.
Convenience!
Okay, number 9.
Number 9. Oh, well, normalcy. I think that all these romantic couples need a sense of normalcy. We want to see their lives outside of the DEO, but also make sense to the Supergirl show. I don't need, just to see Alex and Maggie only talking in their living room about something super deep. I would love to see a random, just a clip or something where they're like, in a drive-thru or just something silly, doing something every day and then getting called into the DEO or witnessing something, maybe a bank heist or something in the middle. And not just for that couple, but for any couple. I want to see Win and Lyra, how they are outside in the world, being a interspecies-ish, if you will, couple.
To piggyback off what you're saying, the idea that we don't ever get to see Maggie and Alex take that yoga class, or we don't get to see Kara and Win and Jimmy play the board game. It would be so much more easy, interesting for us to see them interacting beyond just beer.
Yeah, or beyond just like, I want to hook up with you. Like, I don't know, I want to see something.
Nefarious reasons.
Yeah, 100%. All right, so number 8.
Number 8, Jimmy.
What
are you doing with this character, CW? Why did the show take away his agency?
He was a leading love interest,
and
man.
He was a POC.
And a person of color, if you don't know what POC means. And now he's just like...
They took his woman and...
gave it to a white guy, and then...
Gave the romantic love interest to a white dude who was boringer than cardboard.
But that's besides the point. And, gave him a guardian thing, but then, there's nothing to really guard. And there's,
he just gets his ass kicked
all
every
the time.
episode. So, I would like to see a return of Jimmy. I would like to see him regain his power.
Does he still work at Capco? What has he been doing?
That's a good point, because if Kara got fired, then we don't need to see Jimmy at Capco ever, even though he's the editor.
What does Jimmy have to say about her getting fired? There's no conversation about it.
He's so irrelevant.
And she's supposed to be the
fired.
boss?
Kara, his best friend /
Dear
Crest.
CW writers, Supergirl writers.
It really should have been, Jimmy handing Kara that note, not Snappers. Jimmy's the editor of the paper.
And that could have been some contention. Once again, this could have been great character building between the two of them, that her friend, who she knows so well, had to fire her because legally she did
the wrong thing. Right. She has to be accountable to Jimmy because of the work relationship. But we just skipped over that.
Completely.
But yeah. All right. Number 7.
Number 7. Oh, yeah. This is the one that Jen seems to have a good pet peeve on. Villains being more capable.
Yeah.
This is not Power Rangers in the 90s. We do not need Putties who are easily defeated by one hit and some,
break into Putty.
Yeah, and some moral,
Lillian would be so effective.
If she had some good people to work when she's not surrounded by idiots, as they say.
Send somebody to, hustle, beat up your daughter, keep her pretty, but like they just kill her.
Throw her a ledge instead. Like just in.
Alex
Competent.
takes them all out when she goes to the metal factory, right? At the metal factory,
Just-
Alex single-handedly destroys Lillian's men.
Like, just come on. Like, not that we want them to win, but make it life or death. I don't ever feel like, oh man, Supergirl or any of her posse might actually be in trouble.
And
No,
then,
you know the most capable villain in Supergirl? Space.
or I was gonna say Livewire, no? Kind of.
No,
Not really.
she's running around alive. No, it's space. The only time I ever feel like Kara, Supergirl, or any of them are in like desperate, like, oh no, is when someone's about to get launched off into space. That's the only time.
Biggest fear.
That's the only time I ever see like, woo, damn, Supergirl might not make it.
Right.
So-
Like even another thing is they keep whipping out the kryptonite, and even though Kara is like allergic to it, she just still wins. You know, it's so convenient
Well,
that
because
she
she
wins
has
every
Jean
time.
always
Right?
come over and help
But
her
like
out.
I've seen kryptonite be ineffective against a superhero so much on the show. It's like I don't really believe that's even like.
I mean, it hurts her, but no one's like close to death anymore on
Right.
it.
And convenience. Oh my god.
First season, yes, because you were introducing Supergirl, so obviously the kryptonite seemed a little bit more potent. But like,
I've seen a shit ton of kryptonite. I've seen kryptonite size, kryptonite in the chest.
we got bullet
kryptonite
kryptonite.
bullets, kryptonite just being around, and you know, like I just her really being messed up by it. Like, don't have her get up. Have her like the next day be in bed for a day.
You know what I'm saying?
Have a rash.
Exactly. Because you can't get like shot by something and not have it affect you. I mean, can we? Even though she doesn't,
She recovers too fast. From
she
that.
recovers a little too fast, especially if kryptonite's like her kryptonite. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Make her have some diarrhea from the kryptonite.
oh my
Explosive
god, that
diarrhea.
is
Just
really
kidding.
unfortunate
Okay.
to see right now. Number 6. Star Wars type aliens running around the group, or at least being more present in the DEO. Now, we have a lot of aliens in the bar. Fine, that's cool. But we don't have any aliens who are good, who are smart, you know, just working at the DEO. Why is it always people who look like humans? I don't even want Lyra at the DEO because she looks too human. I want to see someone like Brian or the one guy on the Slaver's Moon who's like, oh, does Earth smell like this all the time?
She wants the Klingon
I want the alien, Cantina, Klingon type.
to be a part of the team.
Yeah, because I think that'd be the new comedy relief. Once Mon-El leaves, and Wynn is a little bit more established as far as, like, we have some kind of backstory, and he's not always the little brother sidekick. I would love, like, a crazy kind of cheeky, fun alien who will give us another perspective other than the point of view of somebody who looks like a human. I think it'd be kind of cool to find out.
You want more POV of an alien. Well, technically you should be getting that from Manal, but
But no, Mon-El looks like a human.
right.
Either way, I want to see him, or I want to see people in the group who just, not even who are people of color, it's just like a species that isn't human.
Not look the way they do. They can't like
hide it like,
every day.
yeah, they can't hide it like
mask
Jean, they can't, no, they're just like, that's what you look like when you
Like
come
that
to work.
guy Alex fought with the
Yeah, Brian.
skeleton butt on his head.
Oh.
He had major
Oh,
makeup.
yeah, the pimp guy who
Right.
got away from, also, they make all the aliens the bad guys, which, I mean, I get,
That's
but like,
actually not great.
that's not great. Like, I kind of want to see some good guys.
Aliens.
Because the one alien you see, like I said, Brian, who was like,
He was still pervy.
he was pervy and he was gambling.
Yeah.
You see Lyra's a little shady.
Why are
you
the aliens the shady people?
In the bar, there's all kinds of shadiness. Or someone's like an alcoholic, the guy with the spray can.
Right.
Like, can we get an alien who's like actually smart?
Who's making an effort to
Can we
be
get a
good...
Zoidberg? That'd be hilarious. From Futurama. That'd be great.
Well, also, can we get, like, here's nothing to just go with your alien thing. Better alien makeup.
Well,
I would like to see an upgrade on the alien makeup.
I
Sometimes you can just tell the person's wearing a piece, like a prosthetic, and it's just not blended well. Lyra, a major speaking character, and you can see where the prosthetic
it's getting
is
better,
attached.
but man.
It's like, it took episodes, but we're looking crazy, creep.
little janky.
Yeah, I know, and I know it can be done. I've seen a lot of Star Trek.
I mean, you've seen a lot of things in every other TV show. Let's get together.
I wouldn't mind seeing one
Your
episode
makeup
be
palettes
about
are great.
the
Your
makeup
hair and makeup
budget.
are great. The thing is that hair and makeup are great, and the costuming and the wardrobe are great, but when it comes to the the aesthetic, like what's the
prosthetic?
Yes, the prosthesis. It's like it's a little sad. Anyways,
all right, number
5.
Oh, back to the core group dynamic or other friendships.
We just want to see them, yes, fight crime, but I don't always want to see them just at Kara's house, just at the bar, or just like one or two in like a group. Like, can we get a normal life? I want to see Alex not just going on a date with Maggie. How about Maggie picks her up and they go do something at Kara's house, or like, and then something comes up, or I don't know. Like, I just need more normalcy in.
We need Kara to have friends.
Friends, and let me rephrase this. Jimmy, when they're all friends, but I want to see some acquaintances. We might have in our real life only 1 or 2 people that we really talk to and get to know, but we have hundreds of people who know our names and we kick it with.
How about this? I want to see friendship. I want to see that kombucha friendship date that Kara should have had with Lena. I want to see friendship between Maggie and Win.
I want to see Win and Monel. I like their friendship.
Their broship is awesome.
See Alex have a girlfriend?
Who's Alex's friend? Like, not girlfriend.
No,
who's
I know,
her,
like
her lady
her homegirl.
who's a friend who's not her sister, not the DEO, and not her girlfriend. Alex has 0 friends.
There is one, oh no, what's her name? There's one agent who works at the DEO. She just recently came back. I forget this actress's name. I'm sorry about it.
And I feel like with Maggie,
I think that if they had that actress be Alex's friend, would be hilarious. On Twitter, on her actual Twitter, the actress, I'll type her name somewhere around here once I find it. She actually has a Twitter like, I was trying to get Alex, a lot longer before, Maggie came along. Like, it's the inside joke at the DEO.
I feel like Maggie hasn't been friends either. We've met her 3 ex-girlfriends and Maggie. We've not met friend.
Well, true, but
the girl at the
also,
bar,
well, yeah, but so far Maggie isn't yet a regular, quote unquote. So having her friends is not really that big of a deal yet. But like Alex, what happens if Maggie's busy? She's just gonna hang out with her. But what if her sister has a boyfriend? Like Alex is just home chilling by herself.
No, there's been a couple episodes where like Alex was dating Maggie, and Kara was like, "Ma, I have no one." Yeah. And then now she has Manal, and she's like that girl who forgets her friends, but she didn't have friends, but she's still like,
yeah, kombucha.
Friend goals.
All right, number 4. Character growth.
Well, you just said that.
No, character growth in Kara as far as being a journalist.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't mind her being a news reporter for this magazine or whatever, but now that she's out of Catco, I would really love to see her dive into the world of journalism correctly and to find out how hard it is and what it actually takes to not just make yourself a source. Even though she might be right and she is Supergirl, yeah, she needs to learn that she needs more sources, not just her, find other ways. I want to see her be a little gritty, get in the streets, see what's happening. Hopefully this next episode will really show that.
A little bit more gritty in a way that Clark Kent never was.
Yes.
Like Clark Kent was always this like Boy Scout, but I'd like to see Kara become a little bit more gritty in her pursuit of her how does she report, how does she learn?
Because there's a thing that I believe in.
A little bit more Maggie shadiness in her.
Well, when it comes to like the work and that kind of thing, at the end of the day, you want to kind of, if you can't beat them, join them in a way. Like, get a little bit more into the world of the underground, whatever that means for the show, so that she can actually seek the truth. Mm-hmm. You can't always be riding so high up in the clouds, assuming you can find the answer just by hoping and praying. She might actually have to get her hands dirty a little bit, and I would love to see that.
I would too.
All right.
Number 3, political relevancy. This show did a really great job having this theme of immigration as the underlying theme for the whole season. See that growth and the show to continue to cover politically relevant things, and there's nothing more trending right now than women's issues.
Immigration issues as well.
Especially women's shows. If you look around, they are trying to produce so much stuff with women of color, people of color, and women in general, because they're finding that is what people want to watch. So I think the show needs to like really just, I think where they are most successful is when they are able to turn the show, the message of the show, into an analogy, like aliens is really a metaphor for immigrants in this country. When they're able to successfully transpose what's happening in the real world into this world, I think it's just brilliant. That's great TV.
And they keep doing it, and I think
keep doing it. Stay on top of it. Stay relevant.
Yeah, stay on top of it. I think that's the thing. Yeah, that'd be awesome. 2. This is our biggest gripe. One of the biggest gripes.
It's exhausting.
This is actually exhausting. Number 2, which is the show Supergirl and the channel CW needs to actually commit to having a female character, having a female heroine. The thing is, they are treating Supergirl like the female Superman. They're not treating Supergirl like a female hero, and that's it.
Yeah.
No Superman backstory, no nothing. Just like putting our full trust that a female with all these powers could save the world.
Competently save the world. It's not like they're not being sensitive. It's in the micro gestures. It's in the little throwaway lines of dialogue. It's in the way, Kara's talked to, like directed by the other male characters, or it's in the way the other male characters are making these decisions for like these strong women that end up being kind of like bumbling and wrong. It's like
she doesn't need her hand held. She doesn't need, if she loses her power, all of a sudden a guy has power. Like when she decided to do something, Jimmy wanted to be the guardian, and it's like, oh, calm the hell down and just be you. Everybody, all the men have to be super exceptional because she's exceptional.
It's like they surround her with she's the only superhuman woman on the show.
Well, besides Monel now, but...
Well, no, it's a woman, I said. Superhero woman.
Yeah.
But they surround her with men with super abilities or heroes, like Guardian, Green Martian, and Monel. And now, Guardian doesn't have powers, but like he's a superhero, right? He's a vigilante. And even Wynn, super mental abilities, and they give the women, pool sticks and guns.
Yeah, she's a good, and she, what happened to Alex's being a scientist? What happened to that? Where does that come into play in the DEO? I haven't seen it since.
Only when you just sew a stitch, but...
Exactly.
But like what I'm saying, it's just this idea that we have a show where the main character is a strong woman, but they pack the show with guys who have superhuman abilities, and then it brings us back to the question that we asked, would this happen on a Superman show?
Have you ever seen Superman need a bunch of super souped up women to help hold his hand while being a superhero?
And where this happened again? The same thing happened again when you first watched the first 2 seasons of Agents of Marvel.
Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. It was Skye being like this main character, but she goes through like a whole super journey, but like basically the first 2 seasons she's like this girl who's supposed to be the main character, and then you have all these other like dudes coming in and being overconfident. But I think it's a little bit more equal on that show, actually.
Yeah, I just think that
Melinda May makes it.
Well, she's awesome.
She's amazing.
But they definitely need
but
to...
But CW, this network, has this trend of they have this trend of doing this to their women, and then they bring the show on, and they tout it as being a feminist show. But we're sitting here and we're watching week after week Kara be...
disappearing in the background of our own show.
Yeah, and that's just like...
being overshadowed by dudes. You
want us to watch, and you want to give young women something to aspire to. Why don't you just show them being powerful and let them have us have the show. Let us be
her
powerful.
Be a hero. Let her save people, whether it be man, woman, child. She doesn't need her hand held. She doesn't need
She doesn't need to be told.
She doesn't need to be parented into being a superhero. Even Livewire pointed it out in her episode. She was like, you men are going to come in here and try to save me as opposed to trusting the woman who's an actual superhero. She was like, I'm doomed. You know what I'm saying? And in that moment, I was like, yes, Livewire.
Right. And
you are now my favorite.
And turning storyline A all season into like this teen romance, it's just like, it's sad for the character. It's sad to see this character go that way. Cat Grant last season worked so hard to get Kara to embrace and own her power.
And that brings us, for the most part, to number 1, though, Supergirl being Supergirl again.
That's number 1.
Yeah, well, that's getting back to that main character, like you were saying. getting her to do all that, you know, and it's kind of 2 and 1 kind of go hand in hand, because in order to have number 1, you have to have them commit to her actually being Supergirl.
Being the hero of the show.
Yeah.
Like, they committed to Flash being the hero of his show.
It's a group show.
Yeah.
Flash has a group element to it, obviously. There's a lot of people in Flash, but it's still Flash. I'm never like, this is only the Irish show, or only the,
you never question
Winter,
that
what's
it's
her name?
not,
Frost.
Yeah.
Killer Frost show. No, it's just
The Flash. And the Arrow was
and
about
Arrow. Well, sometimes it got weird in season 5 where it got like, what is it, Ocalicity or whatever Felicity and Oliver's thing, stupidity was. But like, and that almost ruined Arrow because it got overshadowing.
Took it away from.
It was taken away from everybody. Like the action, the actual story, people were like so over it. And that's what's happening.
But also,
in Supergirl.
if you want to compare it, like, just if you look at CW's other show, 100, it's at its weakest when it's not letting its main character, Clark, be the leader.
Character. Yeah.
Let her be a leader. She's a great leader. Why can't she be a leader? But then you have, like, this other, like, douchey dude or other bad characters, like, coming in and trying to take that leadership. It just...
Didn't work.
It didn't really work. You know, it doesn't work when she's not the leader. Every year you have to return to this idea that she's the leader. But instead of growing upon that, they keep restating the fact that she's the leader. They keep, like...
As opposed to making us stories that make her the leader.
Yeah, they keep telling us, oh, this season's going to be about Clark being more of a leader. She's going to be more of a leader this season. I've heard them say that 3 different times. Oh, we're going to give her more of a leadership role in the government. Now she's going to be more of a leadership. They just let... We know that. You don't tell me she's the leader.
Show me.
She's the leader. Can we just have the show now?
And they do that in Supergirl. They're like, oh, she's Supergirl. Oh my gosh, Supergirl, you're so fast. Oh goodness, Supergirl, you really not... yeah, we get it. She's Supergirl, but you're
show us.
Show us. I want to see her be
More
Supergirl.
bullets.
I want to be like, yeah, Supergirl.
Put your whole budget into it.
So far, a lot of people, and it's not just us, around this in this community, it went from, yes, Supergirl, and now it's like, Supergirl, why is she doing this? Like, that's a bummer. When you're starting, your lead character, your supposed lead character, is feeling like a letdown. And even people, mind you, I love the show. And there are a lot of people I know who love this show and review it. But I've watched everybody's reactions and things like that. And you can hear we're going downhill. Like, we're getting so disappointed and so fed up. The people who love it, the people who actually got it to a second season, are starting to go...
You know, and I think they think they can fool us with, like, these scenes. Like, when Kara kisses Monel for the first time, they spend all this money in getting this song... What's it? Every little thing you do is...
No, it was... I think it might have been Whitney Houston. I'm not sure. But...
Oh, no, that was the second one when he wakes up. Or, no. But they spent all this song in buying the rights to this, like, cheesy song.
As
and they made the soft lighting, and then they, like, slowly kissed each other. And it was, like... It was,
their first moment. Yeah.
Yeah. And they, like, really amped that up. But then I knew it made no sense for Kara to be having that relationship in that moment. And I could not be swept in that moment. So stop trying to mask it and just, like, develop it. Do what you're doing with Sandverse, but just to this main character. Give her story.
Yeah, exactly.
Give her friends, her development.
I would have loved for Monel and the caramel to have melted as smooth and as compassionately as the Sandverse did.
Yeah.
Now, okay, so that's our list of the top 10 things.
We want to see Kara being super again.
Yeah, we want to see in Supergirl. Now, we have a little bonus round, pew, 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 bonus round.
She's shooting spittoons.
Yeah, I don't know why. It's just like little, anyway.
Dreamcast.
Dreamcast, yeah. Our bonus is our dream team. Who would you want, Jen, on your Season 3 dream team of people you want to see stories about? And
Ash Ketchum, and I had to catch them all.
Catch them all.
I got into a big old gym brawl. I'd be I'd choose you. And I'm just kidding. I would love to see Lena. And they just made her a full freaking time cast.
As they should.
And I'm so excited to see this. And we talked about it. I'm just really excited to see this relationship between her and Kara grow into, like, a beautiful work friendship. Mm-hmm. I don't need to see Supercore as main stage. I enjoy it, but you know what? I will respect what is
It's the same love I had for Xena.
Right.
Yeah, it's true.
Okay. Maggie as a full-time cast member with her own storyline needs to exist in my life. Alex being more badass and fighting. Kara having a storyline in her journalism and moving away from Manal entirely. I don't care if they send him to Daxon or if they shoot him with the silver bullet. I just need to see Kara being her own person again.
He's not a werewolf. I mean, he could die of
He's
lead.
allergic to lead. Oh, lead bullet. Shoot him with the lead bullet. And it's not like I hate him. Just,
I hate the writing. Hate the...
Just, if she rekindled her relationship with Jimmy, I'd understand that more than I understand what's happening now.
No.
And then John and Megan having some form of closure. I would love to see them really invest in Lillian as a full-on badass baddie with her ideology being explained and a world perspective, meaning like there are factions of the world that see what she sees, and there is definitely an uprising. I would love to see that. And also Lillian get some capable henchmen. Have her get Roulette. Have her get Livewire. Have her convert some people to her ideology. People who Kara doesn't do well against in a fight.
Yeah.
Your turn.
I would love to see, obviously, Maggie. Just more backstory that's not always surrounded by her gayness. I would love to actually, seriously, I would love to hear a little bit more backstory on her life being a person of color and being a woman. That'd be great. That'd be nice. They are in an interracial relationship. That'd be nice to kind of like, if we're going to delve with politics and things like that, let's talk about it a little bit.
Just challenge you right there. You said you want to see normalcy, so maybe not making a thing out of her race and just see her normal couple.
No. You can have a normal couple, but then still, even in normal everyday life, sometimes things pop up. Things will happen that do need to be addressed, and that is normal because that is part of the life. Me, as a woman of color, I date interracially. So if I'm living my normal life, but something happens that affects me, I'm going to have to talk with my partner about it that, they might not understand because they're not a person of color. So that is normal, unfortunately, for people of color who date interracially. It might not be on Alex's side to have to deal with it, but it's still important. And they kind of bring it up when Maggie goes, living as a non-white, non-straight female in Blue Springs, Nebraska, I was an outcast. So she's already set the bar of that's something that should and will probably be talked about eventually. I would like to see that. Alex, I would love to see her mind. Alex is smart. She was recruited by the DO. Obviously, there were some other underlying things, but they were like, homegirl's super smart scientist. Why don't we see that? Yeah, she's a badass in the fighting and, whatever. I just want to see her save somebody with her intelligence. I think that'd be great. I would love to see Lena. I want to see the checkmate and all that stuff go on. I just need to see Lena. I don't need there to be anything specific about her.
You don't need a backstory.
I don't need a backstory because we have it. I don't need intention because we have it. You know what I'm saying? She's enough shady and enough good that I'm content. For the next 3-year contract. Yeah, for the next 3-year contract.
Don't make her run, though.
I was about to say, actually, there it is. That's the thing I want for season 3. I want Katie McGrath to get some damn fight combat training, maybe some walking training. I don't know.
She's so awkward when she runs.
She's so awkward, bless her. Super hot.
Like when she falls over the balcony. It's like,
I mean, just all of it.
As fuck.
She ran away. It's like,
just like, give her flats. Don't make her run.
Don't make her walk.
She's a terrible runner. We know this.
Bless her. Anyways, Kara, obviously, we've talked about that on nauseam. Jean, I just want to see him
happy.
Yes, I do. I want to see him
him
happy. I want to see him. I want to see somebody save him.
Aw, that's sweet.
Emotionally and possibly physically.
Magan.
I would love to see Magan save him at the time that he really needs it. Yeah, she saved him.
I would like to see
family from
white
her
Martian
own people
and green Martian sex,
just
to be just in their forms. I love seeing.
No, that's disgusting.
Just to see how it works.
No, just to see how it works. No, thank you. I'm good on that one. That's a hard pass on my side.
Hardcore.
Hard pass on my side. I want to see.
She's
no,
huge. She's big.
Just we're moving on because that's gonna really mess up my dreams.
I'm gonna send you a picture.
Please don't. We're gonna do Win. I want Win to I want to see his backstory. I want to see his relationship with his father.
What's his father's name? Just curious.
Ooh, I forget. Y'all know who. Dollmaker. What's his name?
Toymaker.
Toymaker. That's the, I think, villain name, but I can't remember his actual name. And I want to see that relationship.
That sounds real pervy.
I want to see where he became the genius he is. How he learned to be good as opposed to being a bad guy. You know, I want more win. Livewire. I want to see her come back. I want to see her challenge Kara. I want to see her challenge the group, because she already is, you know, smart ass.
You want to see her win?
I want to see her win in a way. I do. Because the one thing that I have noticed with a lot of the bad characters that they do say moments of truth to Kara. Even Mon-El's mama said something that was like on the balcony in the one episode where she's like, I want to talk to you, Kara Zor-El. And she did say, you know, things like she's a little self-righteous, things like that. Like that Kara doesn't hear and that people aren't validating or saying, yeah, you kind of are a little bit, you know. I think Livewire is that person for her. I think she, in her purest form, will tell Kara how it really is. And because Kara's so angry and kind of, that's her rival, she will actually listen and it will take it to heart. And I would like to see that. And lastly for me, President Carter. Linda Carter. Madam, what is your deal? I just want more of her. I don't give a damn what capacity, really.
Do you think she's going to be the big bad for season 3? You're good at predicting these things.
Is she going to be the big bad? I think...
Are they setting that up?
Yes. Well, yeah. That she's all secretive already and they're showing her alien form.
But so is Lena.
Well, no. They're showing her alien form secretively while she is talking to a government organization that she runs that deals with aliens. Bitch is shady. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's the point of hiding your alien identity from the government alien group that you, like, are the leader of?
That's a lot of work.
That's a lot of work for something shady. So I think she's the bad guy. I think that she might actually, because it's Linda Carter, and she was Wonder Woman, so virtuous. So you're either going to get two options. They're going to make her super evil, like real evil, or she's going to be forced to be evil for a reason. But I think she's also too old to be, like, playing that game, so she might just be evil for the sake of being evil. You know what I'm saying?
What do you think... Wait, question for you. How evil... Do you think Lena will be evil season 3? Honestly?
No.
Really?
I think she's going to be shady. I think that she is going to ride in the gray, where she is going to do some possibly illegal things for legal and good reasons.
Will she do them for Supergirl or Kara?
Both.
Will she know Supergirl as Kara? Do you think that identity is... Do you think she knows now, or do you think she'll find out soon?
I think she will find out. But I think the audience will find out that Lena knows who Supergirl is, but Supergirl / Kara will not know that Lena knows who she is.
The glasses is really confusing.
The glasses are confusing, but I think that us watching the show, we will find out that Lena actually does know.
Do you think Terry Hatcher will be dead by the end of the season?
Yes. Terry Hatcher, oh please.
Oh,
yeah. She already predicted her own death, so
think
she's on her way out.
Mon-El will live to season 3?
Yeah, he will.
Do you think he'll die?
Nope.
Or do you think he'll go back to Daxon and be king?
I think that he's going to leave. I don't know if Daxon will be his first stop. With the whole Legion thing, it might be back and forth or something like that.
You think he's going to be in Legion, like the show Legion?
No. It's not the show. It's the actual superhero.
Okay.
No. It's like the Avengers, except yeah. So he'll be dealing with that, becoming Valkyr. Valkyr. Y'all, it's Valor. It's 2:30 in the morning, so we're a little brain dead. So forgive us. But yes, he'll be Valor. So I think that'll be good. But I don't think he's gonna die. I think he'll be fine. I think he's gonna make it. I think his mom's gonna die. My question to you guys out there: who do you think is going to kill the Queen of Daxam? By the way, the reason why I say she's gonna die is because she flat out said, I wouldn't leave Earth without my son unless I was dead. You'll have to kill me in order to leave Earth without my son.
Well, I think dramatically...
Knowing the show, anytime any villain has ever said anything like that, they always... it's normally fruition. Yeah.
I think dramatically, for dramatic level, Kara, because that would make interesting drama between her and Mon-El. You killed my mother!
I think it'll be more drama if he kills his own mother.
Oh. But then Kara's completely out of that storyline.
Well, yes and no. Because then...
She's like, you killed your mother, I'm so sorry.
Well, no, there has to be that moral, like, don't do it, Monel. Put it away. You would never kill your mother. Or maybe he is saving Kara.
But this is... so
from his mother, and like he ends up killing her.
Remember when Kara was like, should I send this letter and ruin my career? And Monel was like, do it. And then she was like, all right, and clicked the button. So you're saying that's what Kara would do?
I think...
She'd be the supportive girlfriend?
No, I think that in order to kill his
follow his heart?
I think that she would say follow his heart. That's why he's going to leave.
Girlfriend.
Yes, supportive girlfriend. I also think that if he's going to kill his mom, it'd be to save her. So whether...
Damsel in distress?
Yeah, because he's already tried twice, a few times, to like hit... Terry Hatcher was like, here's some kryptonite, sigh.
The thing is, you're really good at predicting shit.
And he tried to help Kara in that regard, and she's like kind of flung him away like a paper doll. I think part of that is also mental. Monel is very subservient to his mother. As soon as he gets to a point, finding out his father was killed by her,
he'll be angry, yeah.
He's going to be angry, and then if she tries to attack his girlfriend again, this time he will stand on his own feet. Like I said before on our podcast, how I can't wait to see Monel actually make a choice on his own that has nothing to do with because Kara told me, or if I do this, it makes me look good in front of Kara.
See, like, I think you're absolutely correct in your prediction, but I also think, again, there it is. Kara is sporting girlfriend, damsel in distress, in her own show. Ugh.
Yep.
That, like, makes me
damned if you do,
cringe.
damned if you don't. Exactly.
Yeah. Make Kara super great again.
Exactly. So, that's my thing. But those are our bonus lists. That's our top 10 of what we want to have happen. A little extra video for you guys. We're going to be doing a few more top 5s here and there coming up soon. Seeing as we have this month break. So stay tuned. Make sure to go to Twitter if you want to contact us at whatabout_dat. My name's Adair. And
this is Jen.
Yes, and we'll see you guys later. Bye.